What if I told you that one night at a Queens strip club came dangerously close to turning Cardi B's superstar life into a courtroom disaster? Imagine being at the peak of your career, dropping hit songs, collecting Grammys, and suddenly you're fighting a case that could have sent you to prison. It sounds like the kind of storyline Cardi herself would rap about. But this wasn't a music video. This was real life. This was the Cardi B strip club assault case. A messy cocktail of jealousy, accusations, flying bottles, and legal drama that followed her for 4 long years. Cardi B on top of the world. Back in 2018, Cardi B was not just famous, she was a cultural earthquake. Bodak Yellow turned her from a former stripper and reality TV star into an international powerhouse. Her debut album, Invasion of Privacy, was everywhere. She was on red carpets, award shows, television screens, and memes. But fame doesn't delete personal drama, and in Cardi's world, drama often travels first class. Behind the scenes, her marriage to Offset was dealing with cheating rumors, and unfortunately, some of those rumors involved 2 sisters who happened to work at a strip club in Queens. And that's where the trouble began. The night it all exploded, it was August 2018 when Cardi B and her entourage walked into Angel's Gentlemen's Club in Flushing, Queens. According to prosecutors, this wasn't just a casual night out. Tension was already in the air. 2 bartenders, sisters Jade and Batty Gee, claimed they were targeted because Cardi allegedly believed one of them was involved with Offset. Whether the rumor was true or not, the night went from girls just working their shift to duck for cover very fast. Drinks were thrown. Hookah pipes allegedly became airborne. The bartenders said they were attacked by people in Cardi's circle, and whether Cardi physically threw anything or not, prosecutors argued she helped orchestrate the chaos. It was messy, loud, dramatic, and very on brand for a celebrity scandal. Except this time, the law got involved. From club fight to criminal case. What could have been a typical celebrity rumor suddenly escalated into a full criminal investigation. In 2019, a Queens grand jury indicted Cardi B on 12 counts, including 2 felonies, attempted assault and various misdemeanors like harassment, reckless endangerment, and conspiracy. Yes, felonies, the type of charges that come with real prison time. Cardi initially pleaded not guilty and continued showing up to court in designer outfits that said, "I'm here, but I'm not staying long." But behind the glam, the risk was real. A felony conviction could have destroyed her career, affected her touring ability, messed with endorsements, and branded her permanently in the eyes of the industry. The stakes couldn't be higher. The more the case dragged on, the clearer it became that this wasn't a small celebrity slap on the wrist situation. Prosecutors insisted they had enough evidence to take her to trial, and for nearly 4 years, the case hovered over her career like a cloud ready to rain at any moment. Cardi kept working, releasing music, appearing on TV, and yes, posting memes. But the case never fully disappeared. Imagine performing for thousands at a festival knowing a judge is waiting for you in Queens. That was her reality. Cardi takes a plea deal. Then came September 15th, 2022, the day Cardi decided to end the battle and take control. She walked into Queens Supreme Court and unexpectedly pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanors, 3rd-degree assault and 2nd-degree reckless endangerment. In return, all the other charges, including the 2 felonies, were dismissed. It was a strategic move, the kind of chess play you make when you realize the risk of trial is far bigger than the embarrassment of saying, "Yeah, I messed up." Cardi told the court she understood her actions and accepted responsibility. And just like that, the threat of jail was gone. Not jail, but community service. Instead of prison time, the judge sentenced Cardi to 15 days of community service. Sounds simple, right? Well, not exactly. Cardi's schedule looked like a puzzle designed by Satan: tours, recording sessions, endorsements, motherhood, and life in general. Months later, she still hadn't completed the hours, so the judge called her back. Yes, even superstars get scolded by judges. Cardi admitted she'd been procrastinating like a student who forgot their homework, and the court gave her an extended deadline. And here's the hilarious twist. Cardi didn't hide it. She posted her community service outfits on social media like she was attending Paris Fashion Week. Only Cardi B could turn mandatory volunteering into an influencer moment. The victims and the reality of the case. While the internet cracked jokes for the two bartenders involved, the night was traumatic. They maintained they were injured, blindsided, and unfairly targeted over rumors they said weren't true. They weren't celebrities, they were just two women at their job. The case wasn't merely entertainment for them, it was real harm. And that's why prosecutors pushed it so seriously. Cardi pleading guilty wasn't a PR move, it was a legal acknowledgement that she had a role in what happened, even if she didn't throw anything herself. Public reaction. When news of the plea deal hit the internet, reactions were loud and divided. Some laughed and said the whole thing was peak Cardi behavior. Others questioned whether celebrities get easier treatment. Some defended her, arguing she was reacting emotionally to cheating rumors. And then there were those who simply said Cardi should never have let it escalate that far. As always, Twitter was full of lawyers, none of whom have been to law school, passionately arguing their version of justice. Cardi's image, damaged or just dented? Did this case hurt her reputation? A little. Did it end her career? Not even close. Cardi handled it in a surprisingly mature way. She admitted her role, apologized publicly, and actually completed her community service with sincerity. She even said it grounded her and reminded her of the real world outside the celebrity bubble. And the industry? Well, the industry didn't cancel her. She continued performing, making music, and collecting brand deals. If anything, people joked she became even more relatable. Famous, but still getting yelled at by a judge. How close was she to losing everything? Very close. A felony conviction could have shut doors for the rest of her life. The plea deal was her way out, and it worked. But make no mistake, this wasn't a small hiccup. It was 4 years of legal pressure, public attention, personal stress, and the risk of becoming the headline nobody wants. Rapper Cardi B sentenced to prison. But thanks to the plea, the case closed with no jail time, no probation, and no permanent criminal record that could sabotage her future. A wild chapter in Cardi's story. In the end, the Cardi B strip club assault case became one of the wildest chapters in her career. A mix of drama, legal tension, bad decisions, and surprisingly positive personal growth. It showed the world that even megastars aren't untouchable. It also showed that Cardi B, for all her chaos and humor, knows when it's time to face consequences and move forward. And honestly, if anyone could survive a scandal like this and turn it into an Instagram moment, it's Cardi B. And that is the wild, chaotic, and unbelievably real story of the Cardi B strip club assault case. The scandal that came way too close to flipping her entire career upside down. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the drama, the courtroom twists, and the raw truth behind the headlines, make sure you hit that like and don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment below and tell me, do you think Cardi handled this situation the right way? Or did she get off too easy? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.